Hello and welcome guys to a new episode on SportPredictorFanatic. Today we're going to predict some more ATP tennis matches. There are going to be 8 matches that are going to be in here. 3 from the Kids Bowl and 5 from the UMAG ATP tournaments. I haven't got all the matches just because I didn't really have the time to, correctly predict them or at least look at them. So yeah, we're going to do it with these matches. We're going to start at the Kids Bowl. We're going to start with the match Diaz Acosta against Galan. Diaz Acosta hasn't really found his best form yet since the end of the South American clay swing, which was of course before the grass swing. He hasn't won a match on the main tour since 18 April until he won the first round, I think yesterday it was, against Coria. I think it was a pretty even match until the third set where it was 6-0 for Galan. Galan qualified for this tournament by beating Herbert and Medjedovic. In the first round, he was again against Medjedovic because he was a lucky loser. It was again a 3-setter, but he played all right, and he has also played all right this clay swing. And I think just because of that, he will get the win. Then we have Gaston against Caballes Caeña. Gaston has played 3 matches now on clay since Wimbledon. He lost in the second round at Hamburg, but that was no shame because he lost actually 2-1 against Zverev. So he actually got a set of Zverev. In the first round here at Kids Bowl, he beat Altmaier in 3 sets. Caballes Caeña has already played multiple matches on clay since Wimbledon and even won a challenger tournament in the final against our fellow Dutchman Van de Zandschulp. But yeah, last week he lost in the quarters against Tirante at the ATP tournament. So he came to the quarters, which was pretty good because I think he had to qualify for it. Not really sure about that, but in the first round here, he beat Fucsovics in 3 sets, which of course not an easy opponent. I think with the consistency of the season and just his style on clay, I think that Caballes Caeña is going to get the win. By the way, sorry, I don't have the odds, but that's fine. I think yesterday I had the odds, and yesterday, by the way, was pretty good. So make sure you watch that video because it was actually pretty good predicted. I also have put it on my Insta. I will try to put it in the comments, but I don't know because I'm a new channel. I'm maybe not allowed to put a link out of another thing there, but I will try my best at least to put it there or at least notify it that it's there. So yeah, you will see. But yeah, the next match is Neumann against Moreno de Albaron. Neumann actually surprisingly beat Öffner in a 3-setter that ended with a tiebreak. Before that, Neumann was playing well at the Challenger and ITF level tournaments on clay. Moreno de Albaron qualified for this tournament, easily beat a qualifier of this tournament in Collarini. Moreno has also had quite a few tournaments already on clay, but most of them were on Challenger and ATP tournaments. And ATP is not really yet delivered, but this matchup is the perfect opportunity for him to go a round further. And I think he's going to make use of that and actually get further. So I think Moreno de Albaron is going to win. Then we're going to get into the UMAG ATP tournament. First off, we have Cerundolo against Dodig. Dodig entered this tournament as a wildcard and was up against qualifier Coco, and he beat him in a 3-setter, which wasn't really convincing. This was his first ATP win, though, so that was really good for him, of course. Cerundolo played in the Hamburg tournament last week and reached the quarters, where he lost against Martinez in 3 sets. This was his first tournament on clay since Wimbledon. But I think just the experience and the concept level that Cerundolo has shown on clay, that Cerundolo will get the win here today. Then we have Koboli against Lajovic. Cobolli actually entered one tournament this European clay swing and lost in the second round against Sang, which is of course no shame. He beat Navone in the first round of this tournament, which was a little bit of an upset. Yeah, Lajovic basically had the exact same route, played one tournament where he lost in the second round, but his loss was against Bas. And won in the first round of this tournament against Misulic, which, by the way, was no upset compared to Cobolli. Last year, Lajovic lost in the first round of this tournament. With that said, I think Cobolli is going to win this one just due to his matches, the match they played basically in the first round. I think they're pretty even in preparation. But I think Cobolli, just his first round was way better. And I think he's going to get this win. Then we have Sonego against Muller. Sonego first round matchup was actually his first match since Wimbledon. He won this with a little bit of a struggle with a three-setter with 2 tie breaks against wildcard and world number 481 Policichak. Sorry if I butchered that name. Muller's first round was his second one since Wimbledon. The first one was he lost against Yevseyev, but he won the first round here against Arnaldi, which was a little bit surprising actually. He actually won in two sets with one tiebreak. And actually the head-to-head of Sonego and Muller is 1-1. With 1-1 for Sonego in 2017, which was on clay, and a win for Muller last year, so not this year, but last year, which was not on clay. I think Sonego is an overall better player, but Muller is a little bit better form and has more, already spent more time on the clay. With that, I think Muller is actually going to win this one. Then we have Trungelliti against Musetti. Trungelliti qualified for this tournament by beating Pekotic and Roja, not really known names. In the first round, he beat another qualifier in Andreozzi. Trungelliti has played quite a few matches on clay already this year and is performing pretty decent. Not too bad, not too good. Like, he's winning matches, but he's also losing matches, so yeah. And this is actually Musetti's first match since his Wimbledon semi-final loss against Djokovic. But he has shown that he can perform really well on clay already this year. Earlier this year, and I think it's the last time he played on clay. He was up against Djokovic in the 1/16 finals at Roland Garros, and he actually. He actually lost in a 5-setter, which is of course pretty impressive against Djokovic at a Grand Slam. And I think with just the experience of Musetti and just his ability on clay, that he will get this win still, even though it's just his his first tournament back. And then it is Fognini against Sang. Sang actually came in this tournament as lucky loser, and I don't know how, but he got a bye in the first round. So he's automatically in the second round. At the qualification, he was actually beaten by Andreozzi, who got fought out of the first round, which is kind of mad if you think about it. But Stang's form is not the best, and he's shown he can perform pretty well on clay, but he isn't yet like world top, and he hasn't got much ATP experience. Fognini is already playing on clay for quite some time and has done pretty well. He beat Van Ast in the first round in straight set. With this experience, I think just the experience and just the overall level of Fognini will get the win here. Those were my predictions of today. I'm gonna put a bet on it. I think it's gonna be a bet of 4 and a bet of 4, and then I'm gonna probably put doubles on it, like if I do right, at least I get some money. I always play safe, but yeah, yesterday I made profits, so make sure you check that out. But for now, I want to thank you all for watching. Please have a good day, and I'll see you.